this is a game of the championship bracket between the 12th-seeded Puxico Indians, who upset the 5th-seeded Dexter Bearcats last night, and the 4th-seeded Bloomfield Wildcats, who advanced with a hard-earned victory over the Van Buren Bulldogs. Coach, my name is Terry McVeigh. I got the introduction. My name is Terry McVeigh. Sitting next to me is Terry Turlington, former coach, administrator, and longtime Big 12, Big 8, and NCAA football and basketball official. Coach, what do you think we're going to look for in this game?
Well, I think it could be a good ball game. I think if Bloomfield is going to win the game, they're going to have to pay a lot of attention to Puxico's outside shooting.
Puxico hit a lot of threes last night against Dexter. And actually, Puxico was to me, was the most impressive team of the first day of the tournament.
I think so. I think Puxico and then Donovan also, I thought, did a really good job the first round, and then they came back. Puxico got a big win over Dexter, but on the flip side of that, Van Buren comes back and beats Dexter today. So I don't know what that tells us, whether Puxico played that well or Dexter played that poorly, but. Anyway, this should be a good matchup. Anytime two Stoddard County teams play each other, it's always a good rivalry. Starting lineups for tonight's game: the Bloomfield Wildcats will be starting Kyle Williamson. He's a 12th grader, 6'1", and Blake Harris, number 20, 5'10", 11th grader. Corey Smith, 5'10", 11th grader. Leighton Hensley, a 6'1" sophomore, and Jacob McNeil, a 5'10" sophomore. So I don't think there's going to be a big height advantage either way, Terry. Puxico basically just plays 5 guys, and the hot shooter is Jay Hahn, or at least the hot shooter last night. He rung up 3 in the third quarter that made a big difference. 5'8" senior, John Smith, a 6'1" sophomore. Matt Allison, a 5'9" senior, Kerry McClure, a 6'4" senior, and John Smith, a 6'1" sophomore.
And Smith was the leading scorer last night. He, good left-handed sophomore that scored 24 against Dexter. Kerry McClure, the big man underneath, stepped outside last night against Dexter and hit 3 threes in the fourth quarter for his 9 points.
He did. He can play outside, and then again the kid inside. They're listing him at what John Smith at 6'1", but he's one of those guys that plays bigger. And you always say a guy doesn't necessarily play according to their height, but John Smith plays bigger than 6'1". Good rebounder. Good shooter. And then Hahn rung 3 up in the last quarter last night that made a big difference in the Dexter game.
I think one of the keys for Bloomfield tonight is to keep Kyle Williamson in the game. He got in early foul trouble yesterday and had to spend a lot of time on the bench, and they're going to have him in the game, I think, to win this.
Yes, I think so too. I think the big thing last night when Bloomfield played Van Buren, when Williamson went out of the game, Van Buren never made any money. They just he went out with a 3-point lead and came back in. They had a 4-point lead, so didn't really lose much ground.
And I think the Bloomfield is coached by Dustin Harris. I think he made an excellent move last night in that game. They were getting beat up pretty badly underneath by Freeberger. He changed the defense to collapse on him, kind of take him out of the game for a while, and I think that allowed them to stay in the game while Williamson was out. But I expect Williamson to have even though he had 12 points last night, he's their leading scorer. And he's their go-to guy.
Well, I think Puxico depends a lot on their offense. They are not bad defensively, but their strong suit is their offense.
The tip, Kerry McClure will be jumping for Puxico against Leighton Hensley, the 6'1" sophomore for Bloomfield. And Bloomfield controls the tip. This is the host Bloomfield Wildcats. Although they're the visiting team today, and then they're
away
jerseys or purple away uniforms.
Dexter is in Puxico, beg your pardon, my bad. The Puxico Indians are playing a man-to-man. They were playing an aggressive man-to-man that time down the floor, and as you can see, Bloomfield turned it over the first possession.
A little off the mark by Allison driving the basket. Bloomfield comes back. Going to give it out front for Williamson, who gets it out to Hensley for a nice little.
And a good open shot.
Good open shot, just doesn't go.
Nice line. Puxico trying to run with it. Goes all
the way and gets
it.
fouled. That's John Smith, the 6'1" sophomore.
John came right down the heart of the defense and just split the middle. Officials for tonight's game, Bobby Godwin, Poplar Bluff, Matt Cheney of Van Buren, and Joe Baldwin of New Madrid, all veteran officials, and what you would expect in the championship round.
Foul was on Jacob McNeil, his first, team's first. John Smith to the line for 2. And he makes the first.
John's got a good touch on the ball. He gets a good wrist pronation and gets a good backspin on the ball, and sometimes you can make them when you miss them when you shoot like that.
He didn't miss that one. He didn't need that on that one.
He didn't even draw iron. He was pure.
As Joe Dean would say, that was string music.
Oh yeah, He was pure on that one.
Harris is off with the jump shot, and Hahn brings it down. What? Hensley comes out front with the ball, makes a nice jump stop, and banks in 2. Leighton Hensley with his first 2 points of the game, ties the game up at 2 with 6:20 left in the first quarter. Good strong inside move by the senior David Crane for his first 2 points.
Puxico playing man-to-man and sinking, and played that extremely well. Did a good job. Got by the first man, got an influence out of the post, and came up with no shot.
Nice feed down underneath from
that was a good job
from Smith to David Crane.
David Crane was on the baseline, and he saw the man make the move, and he cut behind his man as soon as he turned his head and took the base. Another good job on defense. Got it in, but that's twice that there's been good help down the backside by the Puxico Indians.
And that on the other end of the court, Williamson scores his first 2 points with a nice baseline drive. Looks like Puxico's trying to work the ball in and establish that.
Yes, I think so. I think it looks to me like they've made up their mind that they can get the ball down low on Bloomfield, and that's what they've tried to do every time, which good strategy.
Now if they can establish that out underneath,
right.
That's going to open up some of the 3-pointers. Williamson cuts back.
Puxico abandoned their man-to-man defense and got back in the old jug zone 1-2-2 that time down the floor.
And Williamson exploited it with a nice little jump shot from the free throw line.
Number 40 is
David Crane over the back, his first team foul.
Well, everybody's got the same vehicles to sell. All we have to sell is service and reputation.
You seem to want to treat the customer the way you want to be treated.
They're going to be treated good. They're going to get good service. Going to get a good vehicle.
Taking care of the people after the sale. We feel like we're absolutely the best. It's all a family, customers and the people who work here.
We have a good reputation with a lot of good people. Only at Allen Christian in Dexter.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful, historic downtown Dexter.
Visit or call Wallace & Owens Country Mart Bakery for all your special occasions. Steaks, chops, hams, and seafoods are just a few specialties you will find at Wallace & Owens Country Mart.
Morgan Furniture and Appliance has name brands such as Justice, Ashley, Cochran, Best Chair, Sealy, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid. That's Morgan Furniture and Appliance in downtown Dexter.
The Bunny Patch has formal wear for all occasions. Looking for prom, pageant, and bridal accessories, including shoes and jewelry? Shop the Bunny Patch, where you can also get tuxedo rentals.
A-Plus Medical Equipment of Dexter has the answers for you. Oxygen patients, are you unhappy with your service? There's no cost to switch, and generally, no doctor visit is required. Home delivery, friendly staff, and high-quality equipment is the A-Plus way. A-Plus delivers the best in customer service for Southeast Missouri. For all your care, we're always there. A-Plus Medical Equipment, located at 8 North Catalpa in Dexter. Call us toll-free at 888-624-0402.
Try number 40 for Bloomfield.
Corey Smith.
It'll be Corey Smith. He's putting a lot of pressure on the post for Puxico, the Puxico postman.
Three-pointer by Williamson. And this may be a different night for Williamson. He's already got 7 points as he drains the three-pointer, and Bloomfield takes a three-point lead. Nice drive to the basket by John Smith. He now has 4, makes it a 9-8 game in favor of Bloomfield. 3:51 to go in the first quarter.
Puxico back in a man-to-man. Or keying it some way.
Little ball fake, got Crane out of position, let Corey Smith go to the bucket, and he ends up drawing the foul.
I don't think I've seen nearly as many times as I have in this tournament when people just invite you to take the baseline, and it's like you can't play out of bounds. The rules are pretty simple. The offense can't play out of bounds, but the defense can.
Yeah.
All you got to do is put your foot on that line and make him go to the inside, and then you're going to get some influence help in there from somebody else.
Well, if you give up the baseline, there's nothing good that can happen.
No, that's right. There's nothing you can do. You can get no help on the baseline.
No. You're either going to give up a layup or somebody's going to get fouled. There's nothing good that's going to come out of that.
40 and 33.
Smith and Crane are having a nice little. There's Hom with the three.
Contact.
They're having a nice little wrestling match underneath. As that one-handed baseball pass.
Yes, there it is. It just continues to show up, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, and very little good comes out of that.
Continues to show up.
Tied at 11 with 3:11 to go in the first quarter. It's been a good back-and-forth game again underneath, and there's David Crane with the 2. Nice feed from Smith. Crane has 6 points. He's already beaten his last night's total as he had 5 last night.
No help that
Harris
time. No help. Drove right down.
Blake Harris.
The first man. In order to play a good man-to-man defense, you have to always be off and toward the ball. And Puxico's weak side over there was just within the distance of where they could touch the player.
Harris strips the ball. Williamson's going to go all the way, and a nice hustle. Nice hustle on the part of Matt Allison.
Good save, and
he's hurt.
Williamson decided he wasn't going to dish.
No, he think he wanted the 2 points.
He got the gleam about mid-court, and he decided he was going to take it all the way.
He had a man out in front of him. He could have dished it for an easier layup, but he.
Have you got a pen? I need a pen. I got one in my jacket there.
A nice hustle play with Matt Allison. He went banging into the bleachers there at the end, and he's going to have to take a seat. He's shaking up.
I think maybe he'll be back. He took a hard rock, but Puxico has and they put the new man in, and he gets mixed up right off.
Yeah, that's Don Donner, 5'9" seniors in the game.
Puxico's strength is their first 5, and They don't go very deep.
Which might be a problem later in the tournament. It will be. It's going to be a problem anytime, but it could be a huge problem later in the tournament if they're trying to win on Saturday. Nice little spin move. McClure, nice put back. Terry McClure has his first two, and again we're tied at 15 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
McClure is a good-sized guy. He's a solid 6'4".
Who can step out and shoot.
One thing I like that Puxico's doing too, that's the third time I've noticed tonight that they block off the shooter. They don't just turn and go to the basket.
Well, Donner in, and he gets the shot up.
He comes in firing.
He's off the mark, ball's out of bounds off of Crane. It'll go to,
okay, now we're back.
Allison's back in the game. The ball was off of Bloomfield and it goes back to Puxico. Allison will trigger it in to Smith. Smith to Allison. He didn't think he could get that shot off. McClure didn't come to the ball that well. Leighton Hensley with a nice steal and a layup.
Tried to dunk it, I think.
Tried to dunk it. He was fortunate that it went in.
Short.
Yeah.
Maybe off of a trampoline, Coach.
Well, and it's still only 2 points. A layup's 2 points and a dunk's 2 points. Clark having trouble with the ball. Gets it out to Allison for a three. And again, Crane misses the putback, and they got the takedown. Missed the putback, got a takedown.
That may have been one of those situations where you're penalized because of your height. I'm not sure. The guy went down, but it wasn't because of an illegal contact. He dropped the ball. He had the ball, and the guy got hold and he dropped it. The guy went down.
That's the second foul on Crane.
2 fouls. I imagine he'll sit out. Well, I'm sure he'll sit out the rest of the quarter.
45 seconds left in the first quarter. Hensley to the basket. Nice running layup.
Big overplay on Puxico's part, which again allows you to take that step in right to the basket.
That's Hensley's 6th point of the quarter. Gives Bloomfield a 19-15 lead at one of the last 30 seconds of the quarter. Puxico looks to be holding for the last shot of the quarter. Hahn's in trouble. He's trapped, but he gets out of it and makes the bucket. Split the defenders. Got the layup. Harris from the corner. Rebound Puxico. They're going to hold it. And at the end of the first quarter, the score is Bloomfield 19, Puxico 17. First State Bank and Trust, located at 710 West Business 60 in Dexter, says good luck to the Bloomfield Wildcats during the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
With a former All-State basketball player and a current school board member, the law firm of Welch, Todd & Parker supports high school athletics. Our firm is involved in all areas of the law, and your first consultation is free. The firm is comprised of attorneys John Welch, Darren Todd, and Cameron Bunning Parker, along with 4 staff members ready to serve you. Welch, Todd & Parker is located at 100 West Main in Malden. Come by or call us at 573-276-2261 for any of your legal needs.
How are you doing today?
Doing great, wonderful.
Hello and welcome to What's Cooking in Our House.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Shorts.
Todd, welcome to the show.
Bill, thank you very much.
This game tournament, so I'm not.
Well, Coach, we got 2 teams pretty much cut out of the same mold.
Yeah, I think so. I think that mold is that you get a good shot about any time you want it. There's 2 basic premises that you always go by to begin to play a man-to-man defense. One is you always see the man and see the ball, and you always play off and toward the ball. And any man-to-man team that doesn't play that way is going to get burned consistently. And I think Bloomfield is going to stay with the zone, and they're just trying to. They're in a man-to-man now, so.
And Puxico's trying to spread them out, get some spacing.
See what goes.
Donner's trapped in the corner. Harris comes out with it, and misses the layup. Layton comes down with the ball. Looks like they're going to call Matt Allison with the foul. His first, team's fourth. Harris drives
again straight to the basket.
Splits the defense, makes it too easy. He scores his first two, or has 4 in the game, 2 in the quarter. McClure across the middle, rattles in and out.
A good shot.
It was a good shot, nice move. Just
6 foot from the basket.
Harris a little bit for a 2-pointer from the side. It bounces in. That's McNeil for his first 2 of the game. Gives Bloomfield a 6-point lead with 6:50 to go in the second quarter. Smith in and out, Riddle's in and out. McClure, looks like the foul was on Williamson. That's his first, team second. I didn't see the foul. Hahn out front, and he's money.
You give Hahn a crack, and he'll put it in there for you.
He now has 8. That's his second 3, and cuts the Bloomfield lead in half to 23-20. Williamson from 3 outside. Hahn underneath, littlest guy in the court with the rebound. Smith on the wing, over to Allison. John Smith's going to trigger the offense.
Got it right on the low
over
post.
to Donner, and Donner makes a good move, good basket. His first 2 of the game.
Donner came off the bench, and he left him in.
And he runs out and runs into a foul. His first, the team 5th.
Crane out of the ball game right now. David Crane, 6'3" center.
Kyle Rogers and Jacob Connor are in the game for Bloomfield. McClure with the steal. He wisely holds up. Gets it over to Hahn. Now they're going to set their offense out to Smith. Smith being guarded out front by Rogers. Good hustle by McClure. Timeout, Puxico. Getting a little ragged on this end. Coach Dowdy said he needed to slow it down just a little bit. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
The next time you need a metal building, call Roy Owens Construction at 276-3871. Roy Owens Construction has years of experience in metal buildings. Roy Owens Construction is located on Highway 25 North in Malden. Stop by their office today to make your plans for your next metal building. That is Roy Owens Construction Company in Malden.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college or career classes. Three Rivers affordable tuition
means Pell Grants go further.
I can use A+.
I got a scholarship.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Imagine a future where one company could offer you cable, internet, and phone. Well, with New Wave, you get digital cable with DVR, HD TV, and an interactive guide. Unbelievable speed with high-speed internet. And now, even digital phone service, giving you unlimited calling coast to coast. All from one company. Welcome to the future. Call New Wave Communications now for great installation specials.
That was getting a little ragged down at the Puxico end. The coach decided he needed to kind of corral the team in.
Yeah, Bloomfield got possession and then turned it back to Puxico, and then Puxico was ready to make a drive, and Coach called timeout, Coach Dowdy.
I think he thought they were getting ready to make another turnover.
I kind of think that's right. He wasn't, I think, certain that they had possession of the ball, and he was going to play that game.
Smith thought Allison was going to be cutting towards the basket on a back door, and Allison wasn't.
Well, the movement Puxico's had is they're driving to the center, and as that man comes up, they run at the man down the baseline, but the man didn't come that time.
He didn't come that time.
He just stayed, and his man had pulled all the way off and was looking at somebody else. The cardinal rule, see man, see ball, Coach.
Blake Harris with a long three-pointer gives Puxico a 4-point lead. It's his 7th point of the game. Ball out of bounds off of Harris. Pokes it out of bounds. Allison will trigger it in. Allison drives, throws up prayer trying to draw the foul. He does draw the foul, and it's the 2nd foul on Williamson.
Bloomfield now has three fouls and in the half, and Puxico has 5. So nobody in serious foul trouble at this point.
Allison makes the first of 2 for his first point of the game.
Allison took a little spill earlier in the game and seems to be okay. Hit his head on the bleachers down there.
Kyle Williamson is going to take a seat on the bench. He has 2 fouls. Allison makes them both. It's 26-24 in favor of Bloomfield.
Bloomfield got lucky. Puxico pressing.
Timeout, and I think Coach Harris and Bloomfield had the same thought that Coach Dowdy had. Puxico just a minute ago. Things were getting just a little bit ragged. And they were getting ready to make a turnover.
Yeah, Puxico jumped back in a half-court trap, and I'm sure he's going to come in and get things sorted out as to how they're going to attack it.
Yeah, there was. I don't think there was instant recognition.
Yeah, There wasn't. They got real lucky. There was a pass that went all the way across the floor from sideline to sideline, and a Bloomfield man was able to come up and get the ball before Puxico realized what had happened. So they got lucky there, avoiding a turnover.
The Bloomfield's ball be thrown in by Jacob Connor. Gets it in to Blake Harris. Good steal by Allison. Gets it to John Smith on breakaway. Hensley's back, and no call. That wasn't real popular with the Puxico folks.
We'll let you watch that one yourself.
Yeah, that wasn't real popular with the Puxico crowd. Allison comes back with the steal, picks McNeil's pocket over to Smith. Little short jumper. Just won't go down. Rogers drives the baseline, pulls up, and he's short. McClure with the rebound. McClure using his height advantage inside pretty well. Smith in traffic, trying to find somebody. Donner's
come off the bench and got a couple big buckets.
He's not afraid to shoot.
No, he came off the bench firing.
Yeah, he came up with his right arm working. He got a little bit behind on the defense that time and commits his second foul. Donner has 2 fouls. That's the 16th foul on him. Excuse me, they called that foul on Hahn. There's a reason I keep score with the pencil. The Hahn's first, but 16th foul. Head to Hahn. He's going to wisely pull it back. He did not have the numbers. Allison will throw it in. Looking for Smith, looking for McClure, and not getting anybody.
And have anybody to throw it to. Need to run a little out of bounds play there somewhere. Nobody breaking to the basketball. You got to have somebody always breaking to the ball.
Now throwing it over everybody, get it back to McClure. Set up the offense. That was a nice play by
I really feel like that Bloomfield would have a awfully difficult time covering that if they would set that up.
Well, they started out the game.
Yeah,
that's what they were doing.
Right.
They were getting it inside and being real effective with Crane. Crane's now on the bench.
Might even rotate those guys in there. They're running a double low.
But early in the game, they were very effective getting the ball down. Getting the ball underneath and using their height advantage.
Now they're trying to open up the middle of the floor now, looks like. There's nobody on the post at this time.
Yeah, McClure's out on the wing.
Looks like they're going to try to drive it in.
And he's going to shoot the 3, and he makes the 3.
Well, as we said, I think Puxico's strong suit is that they Puxico's strong suit is they can shoot from out. And I tell you, those threes add up. I think they had 11 last night. I'm not positive on that, but I believe they did.
That was a foul on John Smith, his second. That's going to put Puxico in the bonus. Leighton Hensley will go to the line. Shoot a 1-and-1.
Bloomfield moved into the bonus with about 2 minutes to go in a half, and it does not look like that Puxico will make the bonus.
He misses the first.
Bloomfield not playing as aggressive on defense as Puxico.
Travis Stewart's in the game now for Puxico. Still, but Bloomfield taken away from Allison. Another walk. Had a little trouble corralling the ball and shuffled his feet. Corey Smith, who had 16 last night, has been pretty silent.
Bloomfield in a half-court press. 1-3-1. Dropped it out, 2 men.
Over the corner from McClure. He's going to put up another 3, and he gets another 3. He burned Dexter 3 times in the fourth quarter last night with that shot.
He sure did.
Bloomfield tries to answer the 3 of their own. They aren't successful. Ball's out on Puxico. It'll be Bloomfield's ball underneath their basket. And they're going to call timeout. With 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the half, Puxico has taken a 34-26 lead over Bloomfield. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
Imagine a future where one company could offer you cable, internet, and phone. Well, with New Wave, you get digital cable with DVR, HD TV, and an interactive guide. Unbelievable speed with high-speed internet. And now, even digital phone service, giving you unlimited calling coast to coast. All from one company. Welcome to the future. Call New Wave Communications now for great installation specials.
$30,000. Do I hear 40? $40,000. Do I hear 50? 50,000. I have 50,000. Going once, twice. Sold to the gentleman in the center.
Hi.
Moving on. This is a 19th.
Okay. I want to go ahead and sell it now.
Sell what?
That thing I bought.
Constantly buying and selling stocks doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones recommends investment strategies that have proven themselves over the long term. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Puxico's taking over the tempo of this game.
They have. Bloomfield is being a little bit impatient right now with their offense, and Puxico's tightened it up a little bit on the drive to the baskets. And, you know, I feel like probably Puxico has got a little better outside shooters than Bloomfield has. So.
Yeah, they opened up the middle, and with that, we're talking they have a size advantage, but they opened up the middle without having a postman at all. So the postman steps out to the wings, hits 2 threes.
That's right. They Bloomfield's going to have to pick their poison because Puxico has the ability to run a double low, and you have to cover him on the post side, or they got the ability to step out and shoot it in. So they're not they're a little difficult to cover offensively.
Nice block by Leighton Hensley on the drive by Travis Stewart. Hensley triggers into Stewart. He shoots a 3 and it's gone.
He shot the ghost.
Sometimes just because you're open doesn't mean it's a good shot.
That's exactly right, particularly that quick.
Steal by McClure underneath.
Puxico, Bloomfield a little out of their rhythm right now, a little out of kilter.
And again, they're having trouble. Williamson's on the bench with a little foul trouble. Allison gets to the baseline and puts up a reverse layup and misses it, but he draws the foul on Leighton Hensley. Hensley's first, third team foul, but Allison will be going to the line for 2.
Williamson got in a little foul trouble last night, and he's a real important cog in this Bloomfield team. So there's somewhere you got to play a happy medium there where you can't be non-aggressive, but you can't be so aggressive that you're not helping or you're not in the game. Kind of got to make a decision on what you're going to do, how you're going to play, how that's going to be called.
Allison hits both ends of the bonus. He now has 4 points, all on free throws. Puxico's perfect from the free throw line.
Man standing underneath the basket, absolutely no contest.
Be Corey Smith with his 6-point.
10-point lead for Puxico, and they don't protect it.
Allison trying to get a shot off. It's not going to be any good. A little short. Okay, we've come to the end of the first half. Bloomfield had the advantage early, but Puxico came out with some hot three-point shooting. They hit the 3 threes in the second quarter, and they now lead 36-28 at half. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter. At Gregory's Creations, fragrant candles and lampe brochet fills the air. Brides are registering for fine china.
Many unique gift ideas and a warm, friendly atmosphere is created at Patricia's Tea Room. Plus, Patricia's Tea Room serves lunch Thursday through Saturday at 11 to 2.
Call J.R. York, attorney at law, if you've been injured by another's negligence, hurt at work, or denied disability. Over 20 years experience. J.R. York, attorney at law. Call 624-7406.
Glenn St. Ford on Highway 49 North in Paragould is your Ford Mercury dealer. Glenn St. in Paragould has great deals every day on all Ford and Mercury vehicles. We also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles around. Glen St. and Paragould has an outstanding service department with some of the top technicians in the country. We're located on Highway 49 North in Paragould. Glen St. Ford, where our price and friendliness bring you here and our service bring you back.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college or career classes. Three Rivers affordable tuition
Means Pell Grants go further.
I can use A+.
I got a scholarship.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Back at halftime of Game 14 of the 51st Bloomfield tournament. Bloomfield took a first quarter lead of 19-17, but Puxico turned it on the second half, hit some good threes, and fed the ball down underneath pretty good, outscoring Bloomfield 19-9 and take a 36-28 lead. The scoring for the Bloomfield Wildcats in the first half: Jacob McNeil has 2, Blake Harris has 7, Kyle Williamson, their leading scorer, has 7, Leighton Hensley 6, and Corey Smith 6. Williamson, again, as he was last night, has been hampered with foul trouble and spent a lot of the second quarter on the bench and did not have any points in the second quarter. Bloomfield has 28 points. For Puxico, they're led by Kerry McClure, the 6'4 senior, who's doing most of his damage out front. He has 10 points with 2 threes. Jay Hahn, the fine little senior guard, has 2 threes and 8 points. David Crane, got 6 points early when Puxico was moving the ball inside. He's a 6'3 senior. Matt Allison and Don Donner each have 4, as does John Smith. Smith was their leading scorer last night with 24, but he's been held to just 4 points, but Puxico still leads by 8. What do you think about the first half, Coach?
Well, again, I think Puxico's outside shooting right now is the difference. As we said, Puxico played several sets that they didn't have a postman, and they do have the ability to go in, and they got 2 big guys underneath, and they can ram it in there. So, but Bloomfield's going to have trouble coming up with some coverage. But last night they showed that they could do that, and see what happens.
Yeah, Bloomfield came from behind last night. They were trailing going into the fourth quarter last night against Van Buren and came back in the fourth quarter, outscored Van Buren 22-9 to get a 10-point victory, but it certainly wasn't a 10-point.
Well,
that was a bigger margin than what the game reflected.
Heiberg was killing them, if you remember, and then they come out and gave him a lot more of attention. I think they took a vote who's going to cover him, and so they decided, and then he didn't score the fourth quarter. Winner of this game will play we'll play Hayti, and that'll be a handful.
Hayti won easily against Portageville, the game immediately preceding this.
The Lower Boot Heel is really doing quite well on the championship side. They got 5 teams, and I say Lower Boot Heel. I guess that's anything below the Mason-Dixon line, and I think the old
nice little drive to the bucket.
The old imaginary line goes from Richmond, Virginia, all the way across to the Mississippi River, and so we got Hayti and Portageville and South Pemiscot, Malden, and Bernie in that Lower Boot Heel, which is kind of unusual, actually.
Puxico's again spreading the floor with no post
player.
They're
spreading it out with no post, and both big men are
on
standing
the
in
floor.
the corner. Standing on each side of the lane, halfway to the corner.
Smith drove the lane, had a good shot, it just didn't fall. Corey Smith with 2, and Bloomfield comes out and scores the first 4 points. And this, as you've said many times, this first 3 minutes of the second half,
big, very big.
They can determine lots of games.
Again, Puxico does not have a post. They flashed a man across, but he moves back out. Now they got him set low.
And
complete overload.
It drives into the strength of the defense and ends up on the floor. Before they lost possession, the coach called the timeout.
I'd like to see that rule be that you got to be standing on your feet and in control of the ball before you can call timeout.
Well, I realize timeouts are limited, and you can't do that every time, but you can kind of reward a mistake.
That's right, and that's exactly what happened there. He was getting ready to be tied up. The best thing he was going to get out of that would be a jump ball, and possession error was going to go go their way. But now then they got possession.
And they still had possession error.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Allison keys it in to Smith. Smith's going to control the ball. Allison with the long three and knocks it down.
Allison played the old backyard behind the barn trick.
Yeah.
He put the sneak on him. Act like he's going to the other end and duck back and almost got his hands on the ball.
Kick out of bounds. Puxico now has a 39-32 lead with 5:43 to go in the third quarter. That's the fifth three by Puxico in this game. First one by Allison, first field goal by Allison. Leighton Hensley underneath. Lets it look easy. He now has 8 in the game. 2 in the quarter. It's 39-34 Puxico lead.
Well,
that was a post feed. He missed it.
That ball was meant for Crane and
ended up in McClure's hand for a layup.
McClure shot it down.
They tried to get the ball to Crane, but they missed him so badly. McClure was standing there underneath the basket with nobody on him.
Bloomfield goes straight to the basket.
And it does not get rewarded. Allison will handle the ball now. There's that. I think they can do that all day.
That's a no-brainer there. And he put the sneak on him again and lost the ball.
Still by Allison. Williamson steals it right back and goes down and scores.
That's twice that's happened, and he hadn't got the ball yet, but he's come back.
They'll be thinking about it next time.
That's right. Now they're gonna see if we're gonna post.
7-point lead.
They're gonna post low again.
Nope, they're gonna shoot threes.
Hit one. Possession before last, and really didn't have a very good shot. Took it too quick. People weren't ready. Defenders weren't ready.
That was a little early in the possession for that.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful, historic downtown Dexter.
Visit or call Wallace & Owens Country Mart Bakery for all your special occasions. Steaks, chops, hams, and seafoods are just a few specialties you will find at Wallace & Owens Country Mart.
Morgan Furniture and Appliance has name brands such as Justice, Ashley, Cochran, Best Chair, Sealy, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid. That's Morgan Furniture and Appliance in downtown Dexter.
The Bunny Patch has formal wear for all occasions. Looking for prom, pageant, and bridal accessories, including shoes and jewelry? Shop the Bunny Patch, where you can also get tuxedo rentals.
Glen St. Motors has 2 great locations, Rector, Arkansas and Kennett, Missouri. Glen St. Motor in Rector has all makes, models of GMC Yukon, Sierra trucks, and Acadias. Glen St. Motors in Kennett has Chevrolet, Cadillac, Pontiac, Buick, and GMC trucks. Glen St. Motors located on Highway 49 North in Rector and 1607 Independence in Kennett. Glen St. Motors, where friends bring you here and service brings you back.
A-Plus Medical Equipment of Dexter has the answers for you. Oxygen patients, are you unhappy with your service? There's no cost to switch, and generally, no doctor visit is required. Home delivery, friendly staff, and high-quality equipment is the A-Plus way. A-Plus delivers the best in customer service for Southeast Missouri. For all your care, we're always there. A-Plus Medical Equipment, located at 8 North Catalpa in Dexter. Call us toll-free at 888-624-0402.
Because possession right before that, they get an easy layup by feeding the post.
That's right.
And they didn't even try that. Didn't even make an attempt to do that on that trip down the floor. So the three was just a little early in that possession. Crane runs over Harris. Harris comes back. Short jumper, Crane with the rebound. Harris is back there trying to make a steal. Kind of exasperating sometimes as an ex-coach for you, isn't it? When they commit that foul.
No, I'm just I'm kind of amused at the coach thinking that it wasn't a foul. The question has not even come up. Pardon me. As to why he was there.
Good hustle on the part of Crane. The ball was going out of bounds. It had been off of Puxico. Crane went flying out of bounds and threw it off a Bloomfield player. Get the ball back to Puxico. Allison's looking for a shot now, and it's short. Hensley with the rebound.
Allison taking an awful lot of offensive responsibility right now.
Good feed underneath to Corey Smith for his 10th point. He had 16 last night, and they're mostly on plays like that. He'd get off, he'd get off the side and take a good pass
again
and finish it off.
In a four corner, flash the post, move back out. Puxico playing a four-corner offense.
Allison gave it up that time. Crane finishes the job, and he gets fouled and one. Rather than looking for a shot that time, as he did the last two times down the floor, Allison drove the lane, had Crane over to the wing, and he dished it well. Crane finishes it up, draws the foul, fouls against Harris, his second. Crane tries to finish the three-pointer, gets his own rebound.
Nobody blocks the shooter.
Puxico set up the offense. Puxico's had 45-38.
There's three people that should never get the ball. That's the second position and the shooter.
John Smith driving to the basket. He fouled. He charges into Blake Harris. I believe that's John Smith's third foul. And Puxico's not deep enough to have very many people in foul trouble. That's two fouls. Puxico has one foul this half, but that's three fouls on Smith. It looks like Donner will be coming in for him. And they're right back at you. Corey Smith. Corey Smith charges at the other end. Third team foul. Coach Hicks didn't agree with that call, I don't believe.
No, not since he came about 6, 8, 10 feet out on the floor and was screaming at the official.
There's some hands by Williamson. He doesn't get charged. There's jump ball, arrow to Puxico. That might have been a defensive holding call if he's a defensive back. Been 5 yards and automatic first down. Another feed inside to McClure. I think that's going to be there all day. McClure now has 14 points.
He could have a sack full. If they want to give it to him, he can get a sack full.
Yeah, McClure now has 14. Williamson drives the lane, draws the foul. That'll be against Allison, his second.
That's 2 fouls on Puxico and 3 on Bloomfield, so neither one of them in deep foul trouble.
And we're 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go in the third period. Puxico leads Bloomfield 47-38. Lob inside to Hensley. Nice move, lay in. Leighton Hensley with his 10th point of the game cuts the Puxico lead to 7.
Tried to
again,
get it with one hand. Tried a one-hand grab.
Yep.
And Bloomfield just out-hustles Puxico down the floor.
That time they sure did.
It's real simple. No other explanation. Just outrun Bloomfield down the floor. Wanted to get down the floor more than Puxico wanted to get down the floor.
There's another steal. Leighton Hensley, the post player, that was out front and picked the pocket of Donner. Now to a 5-point lead. 30 seconds left in the quarter. It looks like Bloomfield's going to pull for the last shot. Williamson's controlling the ball. Williamson has 11 points in the game. It's been a quiet 11. Now he takes the shot, takes a three-pointer
He gets a challenge. He gets a challenge on the rebound. With nothing to do, and coach is barking again at the official.
He takes a three-pointer with 10 seconds left, and wasn't that good of a three. Wasn't that open in the shot.
Had plenty of time to get a good shot. The Puxico player could have taken the ball and driven to the basket with no contest, and instead he took an unbalanced shot and he shot off his wrong foot.
Well, he doesn't play a lot. And,
no, that's right.
And sometimes it's just hard to get the timing right.
Got to have an awareness of the game. You can't just play a position. You got to play the game, and there's a big difference.
The foul on the against Bloomfield towards the end of that quarter on that after the missed three-pointer, that was on Harrison. That's his third foul, so that could be some problems in the.
We've seen it so many times. A guy comes clean off the board, and somebody's going to challenge him and give him a flogging in the other end, and then wonder why the official calls the foul.
First State Bank and Trust, located at 710 West Business 60 in Dexter, says good luck to the Bloomfield Wildcats during the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament.
What if sports were much more than just a game? And there was more at stake than just the score? What if it were possible to see the world impacted for Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches?
Hi, my name is Bill Ray. I'm the area representative for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Southeast Missouri. If you'd like to see athletes and coaches striving to win, doing it God's way, call me at 280-0932 or go to fca.org and put in your zip code. FCA, the heart and soul in sports.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college. Why pay university prices?
When the same classes at TRCC cost a lot less.
I can use A+. I get individual attention.
I'm close to home.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
The coach getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Bloomfield has cut somewhat into the.
Puxico had a 9-point lead.
They had an 8-point lead at halftime, and now it's 5.
Had a 9-point lead at about the 2-minute mark, and then made a couple of silly decisions, and now then they've cut it to 5, which is anybody's game.
Blake Harris on the floor with 3 fouls.
Puxico in a 2-3 zone.
Leighton Harris underneath, and he gets fouled.
Split the zone, got the ball in tight.
Looks like that foul's going to be on Allison. That's going to be his third foul.
We've talked about it in some other other telecasts, but there's never a time, I don't care what your defense, that you're not going to be covering somebody. I don't care if you're a zone, if you're in a man-to-man. And, zones are easy to play if nobody puts you in the middle and you're the middle man. The only problem is you're not covering anybody.
If you're not covering anybody, it's a 5-on-4 game. Second free throw is no good. Now a 4-point lead. Hahn for three. It's off. Nice rebound by Harris out to Hensley.
Never got position.
Foul be on Hahn. That's his second. Going to put Hensley back in the line. He made 1 out of 2 last time. Hensley has 11 points in the game. Hensley's been a little bit more aggressive with the ball tonight than we saw last night.
This may be one of those games where you ask yourself after the game, why didn't I put a little extra effort and run down the floor on that missed shot? Or why didn't I go a little harder after the ball?
Hensley makes both ends of the penalty, and it's down to a 2-point game.
Puxico again spreading the floor, got a 4-corner offense going.
And
got both big men out in the corners.
Looks like they're going to try to post something up off the inbound pass, but now they flare out. Close to the 5. Hahn makes a good catch. And a silly foul. Foul on Jacob Connor. That's be his first, the 5'9" junior. 15 foul. John Smith back in the game for Puxico with three fouls.
Again in the 4 corner.
Change pivot feet.
No violation.
Yep.
Good no call. Again, attacking the man with the ball.
Foul on Crane. Not a popular call with the Puxico people, but he fell into him. Bloomfield's trying to take their first lead in a long time on a 3 by Harris.
Somebody will attack him.
Wanting to take the lead. McClure again with a 3, and it rattles in and out.
Again, shoot coming through, and nobody's prepared to rebound.
It's a little early. Nice pick by Allison. And he misses, but Hans. Well, goaltend.
Good call by the officials.
Good call by the official. A goaltend called.
Good call by the officials. Once the ball goes on the glass, you got to leave it alone. I know the rule that the ball is on its upward flight, but once it hits the glass, you're out of it.
Right.
And Puxico did a good job, as Bloomfield did a while ago, getting down there on the missed shot.
And Hahn again hustling. It was Hahn who hustled there that made that. He's going to try to bury him with a 3. And that could be a dagger. That's the kind of thing that can be a dagger to a team. Hahn gets that, steps out, buries the 3.
Let's see.
Looks like Coach Hicks is still kind of obsessed with the goaltending charge instead of being obsessed with his players not guarding the 3.
With a former All-State basketball player and a current school board member, the law firm of Welch, Todd & Parker supports high school athletics. Our firm is involved in all areas of the law, and your first consultation is free. The firm is comprised of attorneys John Welch, Darren Todd, and Cameron Bunning Parker, along with 4 staff members ready to serve you. Welch, Todd, and Parker is located at 100 West Main in Malden. Come by or call us at 573-276-2261 for any of your legal needs.
How are you doing today?
Doing great, wonderful.
Hello, and welcome to What's Cooking in Our House.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Shorts.
Todd, welcome to the show.
Bill, thank you very much.
Year, so or this game tournament, so I'm not.
That was a big sequence by Hahn. He picked the pocket to Allison. Allison goes out and misses the layup, but Hahn's hustling behind him for the tip back and gets the goaltending charge. They get another steal, and Hahn goes down and knocks down the 3. So there's about a 5-point swing by Jay Hahn.
I didn't see a single thing that would upset the coach. He stormed at the official and got within about 6 feet of him, and he let him off the hook. Why, I don't know.
5:50 left in the game. Puxico's stretched their lead out 52-45. Still lots of time left in this game. Bloomfield needs to get down and attack the back and run their offense.
Still going.
Puxico's in a 1-3, looks like a 1-3 run trap, full court.
Broke the trap, did a good job.
And got a good shot.
And
okay, now Puxico doesn't like the call. A jump ball, Williamson tied up Smith. Jump ball, possession arrow to Puxico. Bloomfield now pressuring all over the court. Allison underneath. Oh, nice save in by McClure to the Crane. Crane can't finish it.
Didn't even hit the ring. From 1
It
foot.
was a good pass from Allison McClure. He fumbled it, but they made a nice save in the Crane, and he put it off the glass, didn't hit the rim. He's been finishing those tonight, just didn't finish that one. 3 by McNeil, short. Hahn, the littlest guy on the court, gets the rebound. Nice give and go from Smith to Crane and back to Smith.
Took the ball to the corner, made a ball side cut. Now they've moved their press to 3/4.
They break it to Smith, and nice block by McClure.
You say Bloomfield may not have had any trouble getting it through, but they did have trouble because they ended up with a real bad combination. When they got the ball, they had to shoot over the big man.
Mm-hmm.
Or not shoot. Now Bloomfield's going to give them the same set. 1-3-1 half-court press. Can be very effective.
Blake Harris picks the pocket of Smith and gets the pass down and makes the layup. His 9th point of the game, cuts the lead to 7, 54-47. Williamson almost picked the pocket of Hahn on that, and Coach Dowdy thought it was a good time for a timeout. Needs to calm them down just a little bit. 4:06 left in the game. Puxico Indians lead 54-47 over the Bloomfield Wildcats. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
The absolute first thing is honesty is the best policy. Treat people how you want to be treated, People keep coming back to Allen Christian because they get a good, honest, fair deal, and the service is second to none.
Just a family atmosphere with no pressure. We treat people right, and everybody seems to like it.
Try to take care of them the way we'd want to be taken care of, and our loyal customers know that. That's why they keep coming back, and we hope to continue that for a long time.
She turned around and left the cave, and I'm standing there by the pool of water alone, and it just brought up a whole bunch of issues that...
W tym piórze nie ma atramentu.
What?
I wtedy możemy zacząć dopiero pracować.
Using a broker you can't understand doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones speaks in the language you can understand. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. For the Edward Jones office nearest you, call 1-800-ED-JONES or visit edwardjones.com.
Boy, I did not like what I saw.
Okay, 4 minutes and 6 seconds left in this game. It's been a hard-fought contest.
Either one of these teams is going to have a peck of trouble with Hayti.
They're going to have a peck of trouble with Hayti. Hayti is not the number one seed for no reason.
No, and they're quick, and they rebound, and
nice drive to Williamson. Just done.
There's the old baseline drive again.
And Smith comes up with his second big basket. That's his 8th point. His second big basket of this quarter. Williamson with a nice turnaround doesn't go. Williamson hasn't been a factor in this fourth quarter. We'll pass to the feet of Smith. He gets tied up. Possession arrow to Bloomfield. Bloomfield will have it out on the side. 3:35 to go. They're down by 9.
Puxico keeps getting that 9, and they just can't seem to take care of the lead.
Don Donner in the game for Puxico, giving Hahn a rest.
The old adage, you can't stand prosperity. They have an opportunity to get into some type of a delay offense, run their regular offense for a delay game. That usually takes about a minute or two before it's discovered.
And they're a team you think could run a good delay game. So they run a four-corner offense as it is.
They do, and they could run that for a delay and disguise it and say we're not taking anything but the layup.
Williamson forces the basket, drives the lane, and gets fouled. Foul's going to be on Matt Allison. That's his 4th. 16th foul. Williamson will go to the line for 2. That's his first trip to the line. Williamson has 11 on the game. Nice first one. Cuts it to an 8-point deficit. He'll try to make it 7. Jacob Connor back, the 5'9" junior, back in for Bloomfield. Williamson hits both, cuts the lead to 7, 56-49.
Full court press, full court zone press. First time they've been in this.
Donner is fouled by Blake Harris, and they let him out of it. Blake Harris commits his 4th foul, 16th foul.
Probably we're going to get the 10-second call.
Yeah, I don't think Donner's the guy you want to have the ball.
No.
No
spacing.
Yep.
Puxico destroyed all their spacing and again turned the ball over.
Looks like they're going to turn it over to Williamson. And he drives the lane and makes it 2. He has a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, that 9-point lead's going to be back probably to 4.
And that's be 5 points in a row by Williamson. That foul was on John Smith. He now has 4 fouls. He got people in foul trouble with Puxico. John Smith and Matt Allison both have 4.
Big mistake Puxico made down there. They got no spacing.
Smith with the rebound.
Anytime you put 2 men together one man can cover them.
Okay, looks like they're going to spread it out a little bit. Got feet underneath McClure, and
that was a big bucket.
That was a real big bucket. Bloomfield was pressuring the ball, and I kind of forgot about McClure, who was standing underneath the basket.
Let the man go underneath the basket.
Williamson again, and he's trying to put the team on his back. Smith with an ill-advised shot.
Exactly what they didn't want.
Ill-advised shot. He did not need that shot at all. Leighton Hensley from the wing loses the ball. McClure comes out with it. John Smith hasn't hit. Allison and McClure, I don't think they want him with the ball. I don't think they want Donner with the ball. And a foul on Corey Smith,
and
his second.
Puts a 1-and-1.
Puts 1-and-1, puts David Crane to the line. Crane's 0 for 1 from the line.
1-and-1 with 1:49 left.
7-point lead for Puxico, 58-51. David Crane goes to the line. David Crane has 10 points. He's 0 for 1 from the line. He's shooting a 1-and-1. It's the 2 big free throws. First one's good. Makes it an 8-point lead. String music. David Crane, that's 2 big free throws.
It's going to be tough now for Bloomfield to come back. They got a man underneath.
Blake Harris tried to drive the lane on Kerry McClure, and Kerry McClure said, "Don't bring it here." Then Leighton Hensley on the post, little jump hook, little short. There's Williamson. Just didn't make it.
Well, it'd be to Puxico's advantage to keep the clock running here. Sometimes when you got a 9-point lead, you might want to give up a basket even to the point of just keeping the clock going.
Williamson to the line for 2.
Bloomfield pretty good at the line.
Williamson 3 for 4. He got 4 for 5 this quarter. He has 6 in the quarter.
Does a good job shooting the ball. Looks good.
Allison to Smith. That probably didn't need to take that shot. Smith is fouled by Jacob Connor. Smith will go to the line to shoot 2. I would think they'd be more interested in running some time.
I would think.
7-point lead for Puxico. Smith drains the first one. Puts the lead back to 8. Good shooter. Puts the lead back to 9. That's 10 points for Smith on the gate. Whose possession? Off of Puxico, they deflected it. And according to the officials, the Bloomfield player did not. Dangerous pass. All the way across the court. It was floated across the court. That pass is going to get intercepted or deflected.
Hey, Ty. Puxico will play tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Jay Hahn on the breakaway. He makes the bucket.
Again.
It's him 15 for the game. Timeout, Bloomfield.
Don't need to foul.
Minute 18 to go. Puxico Indians are leading the Bloomfield Wildcats 64-53. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV.
Imagine a future where one company could offer you cable, internet, and phone. Well, with New Wave, you get digital cable with DVR, HD TV, and an interactive guide. Unbelievable speed with high-speed internet. And now, even digital phone service, giving you unlimited calling coast to coast. All from one company. Welcome to the future. Call New Wave Communications now for great installation specials.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter.
If you're looking for floral, framing, and gift ideas, check out Weber's Ben Franklin. Also, Weber's Ben Franklin has cards for all occasions.
Single white female, enjoy shopping, long walks, and cuddling. Will you marry me?
Investing with someone you've never met doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones opens offices in our clients' neighborhoods, so you can get investment advice from someone you actually know. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Well, Coach, to play the gymnasium's kind of come alive with these two teams playing each other.
Pretty good crowd in here right now. Not completely full, but it's a pretty good crowd. The next game, South Pemiscot will play Doniphan, and I tell you, South Pemiscot's kind of a deceiving team. They're quick and they do some pretty good things.
And they have Mauricio Clay who can do a lot of things. Last night in the fourth quarter, their game, he kind of put the team against Twin Rivers. He put the team on his back, and he didn't score a whole lot of points, but he sure caused a lot of points to be scored. He was an all-tournament selection last year.
Puxico got an 11-point lead, and Bloomfield has the basketball, and with a minute 18 left, unless
looks like
they do something totally stupid, this game is in the bag. They punched their ticket into the semifinals.
Looks like they're going to play a box and one with Allison's
going to chase Williams.
Chasing Williamson. Allison has 4 fouls.
Well, it's been effective.
Smith with the rebound. He's fouled.
Again in the deep back court.
Kyle Rogers with the foul, 5'10" senior.
Had to foul on that one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they had to, but with 58 seconds left and 11 points down, I don't.
And a good free throw shooter going to the line. But if you got any semblance of a chance, that's the only chance you have.
Bloomfield substituting.
Leighton Hensley and Matt King. I believe that's Matt King, a 5'8" senior, making his first appearance in the game. Hensley, of course, is a starting post player. John Smith at the line. He's 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6. I'll take that back. He's 5 for 5. Now has 11 points on the game. Make it 11. Keep it at that. He's 5 for 6. 12-point lead with 50 seconds left.
And here comes Williamson comes down and lets her go.
I believe that may be it. Allison just getting it to clear underneath the crane. Layup's good. 14-point lead, 40 seconds to go. Puxico's been impressive again. Williams
grabbed him by the arm.
Grabbed him by the arm, and they still didn't do anything. I guess he's griping because he didn't call a foul on his player. Williamson drives the lane, dishes it off. It's off of Hensley, out of bounds to Puxico. 9.4 seconds left. Coach Dowdy's clearing his bench, getting some guys in the game. We got Dylan Ferguson. No, I'll take that back. Tyler Woolard, Eric Gilliam, and Jordan Holloway are all getting in the game.
Well, like I said, Puxico's punched their ticket into the semifinals. 7 o'clock tomorrow evening.
Puxico's a good offensive team.
Yeah, they are. They put a lot of offense on you.
They're going to have trouble with Hayti. Obviously, going to have trouble with Hayti. Anybody in this tournament's going to have trouble with Hayti. The end of the game, Puxico 69, Bloomfield 53. But get back to the point, everybody's going to have trouble with Hayti, but Puxico's going to they're not going to have the height advantage because of William Cooper underneath.
That's right. Hayti's got a big boy, Cooper, and then they also have some quickness, and it'll be an interesting matchup.
Okay, we'll be back in just a few minutes for the scoring and a wrap-up. You're watching the 51st Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on the YHCT.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place. A great place to start career training.
At TRCC, I'm getting training for a good job with a good salary.
Three Rivers has high-tech equipment, great instructors,
and convenient classes. To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
TV. Okay, we're back for a recap of this game. Puxico wins the quarterfinal game over Bloomfield, 69-53. Bloomfield was led in scoring by their fine senior guard Kyle Williamson with 17 points. They 13 points from Leighton Hensley, the sophomore postman. They got 10 from Corey Smith, 9 from Blake Harris, and 4 from Jacob McNeil for 53 points. Puxico was led in scoring by Kerry McClure, their 6'4 senior, who had a couple of threes and also played strong underneath. The 15 points from their 5'8 senior guard and fine shooter Jay Hahn. He had 3 threes there for 15 points. David Crane played a strong game underneath, had 14 points. 9 points for Matt Allison, the 5'9 senior guard. 4 points for Don Donner off the bench for 69 for Puxico. This was a game that looked like an evenly matched game, but Puxico just had a little bit too much size, and they took care of the ball better, and they shot their threes.
The score certainly didn't indicate the game. With about 4 minutes to go, Bloomfield still had an opportunity to win the ball game, but they had to do some things that you don't want to do when you get behind. They had to do some fouling and had to do some pressuring, and
a lot of high risk defense.
Right, Puxico took advantage of it and started getting down the backside, and ended up with a spread that we had.
Well, Puxico for the second year in a row is going to be in the semifinals. They certainly wasn't expected this year as they came in as a 12 seed, but they're going to be in the semifinals. They're going to play the tough Hayti Indians, top seed Hayti Indians, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, the work gets a little tougher now.
It gets a lot tougher. If you've seen Hayti play, it's going to get a lot tougher. Well, that's all we have for this game. I'm Terry McVeigh, and for Terry Turner to say good night for a while, and we'll be back for the Malden Bernie game, which is going to be a great matchup later tonight.
Coaches Interviews brought to you by Charlie Flanagan, Edward Jones Financial Advisor in Dexter, 573-624-3528.
Hi folks, I'm Charlie Flanagan, and I'm joined here with Coach Josh Dowdy of the Puxico Indians, and they just defeated the Bloomfield Wildcats 69-53. Coach, as we were talking off camera, 69-53, if somebody reads the paper tomorrow, they're going to think, hey, this was a blowout. It was anything but a blowout.
No question about it.
Talk to us a little bit about the game.
Yeah, no question about it. You know, it was a battle all the way through. You know, we switched defenses about 40 times just to kind of stick around the game. We were in foul trouble. I mean, throughout the entire game, it was just a battle back and forth. We held about a 4-point lead for the most part, but towards the end, they came at us, and we were able to attack their pressure with pressure, and we finished those layups, and we just didn't get that done down at Bernie. We saw them earlier in the year, and they came at us, same situation. We were up 6 or 8, and we didn't attack it. We kind of just hung back, but we learned our lesson, and I'm glad we did, because it shows how much we've matured as a team.
You just said a real important coaching point, and that is When you receive pressure, you've got to attack pressure. If you back off of pressure, it does what it's designed to do. But if you'll attack it,
no question.
That's exactly what you did, and you got a lot of bunnies down the stretch.
No question. I thought that was the key to, you know, the score being spread out like it was. I only 69-53. You know, if I would have looked at that, you know, tomorrow, I would have thought it was a 4-point game, to be honest, as a coach.
Absolutely.
And it was, you know, and I want people to know that, because Bloomfield, you know, it's a rival. It's only 20 miles down the road. You know, it's a 1-point game down at Bernie. They're in our class. They're in our district. They're in our county. And, you know, we face them the Christmas tournament. We have an opportunity to play these guys 5 times this year. So, man, what a special rival.
Hey, if you play them 5 times, give me a call. I want to be there for the next 4.
Yeah.
What a game.
I hope I survive them.
Hey, Coach, we're going to talk about 2 key turning points in the game. I thought there was one in the first half, one in the second half. With 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second half, you called a timeout. The score was
that the second quarter?
Second quarter.
Okay, yeah, I got
second
you.
quarter.
Yeah.
Score was 22-23. Bloomfield was ahead. Halftime, the score is 36-26. You're ahead. What did you talk about in the timeout, and kind of lead us through that last 5 minutes and 40 seconds, second quarter?
Well, David Crane, you know, he's our big post player down there, not the McClure boy, not the tall one that steps out.
Number 33.
Number 33. You know, he's just an animal down there, ripping down those boards. He throws some elbows up a little too high sometimes, but he just wants the ball, wants to win. And he got in that foul trouble late in that first quarter, and we had to sub Don Donner for him. And Don, you know, came up big last night as well off the bench, and Don came in and spelled him the entire second quarter. So we were just hoping to hold on to that lead, or that tie score going into half. But Kerry stepped out there and knocked down a couple more threes again. Jay hit some timely threes, and you know, I thought that was the difference. But what was great about it is Don was just so poised when he came into the game. It was like he relaxed everyone else, and I think he knocked down a couple buckets as well. You know, in fact, I know he did. He had 4 points there in the second quarter, and yeah, I can't ask any more of a guy like that.
Now you come into the third quarter. You're leading by 10 at halftime. You come into the third quarter, and they start chipping away at you right away. Get the ball game down to 2-4.
Yeah, they might even tied it. You know, it felt that way. Yeah.
And then there was a period of time where there was a goaltend. You so you get the basket. You come down the floor. Hans steals the ball. Come down, hits a big 3. You're up by 7 at that time. Talk a little bit about that period.
Crucial play. That second half, we started 1-3-1 full court press them, honestly, and we just wanted to make Williamson throw the ball up the floor. You know, when that kid dribbles up the floor, you know, you're just, anytime he gets past half court, Kyle Williamson.
What a
player! Oh my gosh, what a talent! You know, when he crosses the half court line, you got to get out there, and you know he can knock it down. He knocked down 5 threes on us down at Bernie, knocked down 29 points. So. But getting back to what you're talking about, we got into that 1-3-1, and I thought it really changed the game. We got it out of his hands, and we made someone else beat us, and I thought that was really the key to the game, to be honest. But in that possession there, Jay stole the ball off that 1-3-1, and we got it back to him. He hit that 3. Man, what a change! I think that it was.
Wow, just terrific.
And Jay has ability to do that. That's what's so great about him.
And then down the stretch, your kids had a lot of composure. You put the ball in number 15's hands a lot of the time. Left-handed boy. Reminded me a lot of Mano Ginobili. I've probably given him a nickname. The kid's probably, hey, Ginobili. But he played a heck of a game, handling the ball, handling pressure, stepped up and hit 3 out of 4 free throws down the stretch. Did a terrific job.
Yeah, that guy's just a sophomore. He plays real strong. Yeah, he's a lefty, and he's got a smooth stroke on him. But, you know, not only did he keep us under control, Matt Allison, my point guard, number 20, you know, 2 nights in a row. What a floor leader. You know, he's not going to say a whole lot, but he just does it by example. And I'm one of these guys, I want him to talk a little bit, you know, but at the same time, you know, some kids just aren't that way. But, boy, does he ever do it when he leads by example. I mean, he's just everywhere, you know.
Well, as basketball goes, and as certainly tournaments go, you know, you're riding a real high right now.
No question.
But there's always tomorrow, and tomorrow you get the challenge of taking on the number 1 rated Hayti team.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about them. What are you looking for? What do you expect out of your team?
I'll be honest with you, I have not looked at Hayti whatsoever. You know, our focus is one game at a time. I'm obviously going to have to do some homework right after I leave this interview. But we'll get to work on that, and we're just, again, I'm expecting a lot of pressure from these guys, a little bit of run and jump, a little bit of what we've seen over the last 2 nights, to be honest. And if we take care of the ball and just be real strong with it and attack pressure with pressure, I think we can stick around and maybe pull another one out.
Well, they certainly have 2 upsets already in the tournament. They're going after the #1 Giants from Hayti tomorrow, and I would not bet against Puxico.
I appreciate
Coach,
it, Charlie.
Good job.
All right, take care now.
Coaches Interviews brought to you by Charlie Flanagan, Edward Jones Financial Advisor in Dexter, 573-624-3528.